Alright, so I figured I'd make a video real quick regarding the loose or disconnected rear AC duct on these Grand Highlanders, as well as go over some of the symptoms or issues you guys might be experiencing if you have this problem. The first one, primarily for those of us that live in the South where it's hot and humid, we have a condensation issue that sometimes takes place inside of here. You might see it on your interior panel, but most of us have been seeing on this right rear quarter panel here, depending on your fan speed or how low you have the temperature set, you might see a little spot here or there, but if you have it on high, especially with the temp set to low, you could see a pretty significant size condensation ring here, and sometimes it even goes up the rear quarter panel here and into the roof rail there. So yeah, I live here in eastern NC, and I first noticed that a couple weeks ago. So I was getting it on the outside as well as on the inside here, a lot of buildup of condensation. And aside from that, I do know I've seen other posts as far as like having a lot of noise back here. People complaining of kind of just an unusually loud like wind noise back here, and that's also a result of all the air blowing around back in there with the loose duct. Also, there are some complaints of little to no airflow, especially in the second and third rows. It's primarily going to be on your driver's side here, since that is the last two to get the airflow from this duct. So if you have little to no airflow in this last vent here, it's a pretty good indication you'll probably have this problem as well. So yeah, I just figured I'd make a quick video, go over some of those issues, as well as show you guys real quickly here how to actually check and see if you have this problem. It's super simple. If you just want to verify that the ductwork is loose, if you're having trouble with the dealership trying to prove your case, if they don't want to mess with it, if they're saying it's normal, you can literally do this, like I said, in just a few seconds in the parking lot. Requires absolutely no tools, and you should be able to kind of prove your case here. So what you want to do, the first way just to check it is, you don't have to, but I would recommend just removing the cover. You only have to remove this cover here for the spare tire. It just helps getting this panel right here out, because the cover sits kind of right here, so it makes getting this out a little bit easier so you don't break nothing. But yeah, so it just has two clips over here in the corner, and I already have all of this loose, if you can't tell, because I was basically going to take the entire panel off to try and fix this myself, since I didn't have much luck at the dealership that said they fixed this for me. And when I checked it in the parking lot, it turned it out to be not fixed, and actually worse than when I dropped it off. So but anyway, so like I said, there's two clips over here, and you just need to literally pop those clips out, just wiggle the top out here. It should come out pretty easy, usually. Okay, there we go. And you'll notice, just be careful with these clips. The dealership already bent mine all up, taking it out and putting it back in. But it's just those three there that slide up in there, and those two that clip right there and right there. But literally, so you just take that piece out, and you'll see where all this is. And if you just want to use your right hand here and kind of closer to the panel, and stick your hand up in here, you can actually feel if the ductwork is loose or not. And so the actual ductwork is going to be like right here. So you'll need to reach up a little bit past your wrist and into your forearm area, kind of like this, to kind of reach it. It definitely will help if you have small hands. It's a pretty tight fit. But like I said, I recommend using your right hand to go up and over this way, and you'll just want to reach up in there like that, and you should be able to actually feel the ductwork loose. And like I said, that'll help you. Super quick way, requires absolutely no tools. And you can wiggle the ductwork back and forth. You can feel all the airflow blowing around in there like it's not supposed to be. And then if you want to go a step further, to take the rest of this panel apart, I can show you how to do that if you want to actually put eyes on the problem and actually see it. So I'll show you real quick how to do that. So if you want to actually remove that, I'd go ahead and recommend taking the rest of the spare tire stuff out. So this whole little tray thing here, you got your handle over here and over here, and then this whole thing just lifts up out of the trunk. And the only tools you'll need, depending on how far you want to go with the panel, I just have some various trim tools, a little flathead and a 10mm socket. Is the only thing I needed to get all this apart. So once you have your trunk completely out where you can see the spare tire, I started with this. It's just like a little quarter turn, pops out, and you'll have your 10mm bolt in there. And then let's see, this little piece you'll want to, excuse me, I'm just using one hand here. This little hook for your cargo net stuff goes down right here. You just want to flip this down, and then this little piece, sorry it's upside down, but you'll pull this out like that, and then the bolt is behind these like that. So you'll have that bolt there, you'll have that right there, and then basically this whole piece, if you can get your hand back in here, kind of use like this, pop this free. You'll have these little clips, and these are pretty nice clips. They go in pretty easy. It's a little hard with one hand, but they come out pretty easy as well. So I got that popped all the way across over there. And honestly, just that alone should give you access to actually see the ductwork right there. Right there. I don't know if you can see from here that it's completely disconnected. You can see the opening there. But yeah, so that'll let you put eyes on it. And like I said, that's kind of where you stick your hand up in at, and that's how you would feel it. And if you actually want to see it, that's another quick way, just a little bit more tools to get that piece off. And then if you want to go even further to get some more of the panel off, to actually kind of get better access to it, this rear sill plate here was honestly the hardest part. This thing is very tight to come off. So it'll snap off of this piece, and then the rest of it, I don't know if I can. So you have these little alignment clips here. You want to be careful and not to break those. They just kind of line it up there, but that's not actually what snaps it into place. You'll have these little red clips here, and these are in there pretty good. So you actually gotta use some force to get this piece off. And you'll notice, like I said, those alignment clips, in order to get this off without breaking anything, you want to pull back towards the car to kind of pull the alignment clip away from where it goes in, and then pick up kind of hard. And I went ahead and took the clips out so they go, where do they go? They go right, there's one, and then one right there. I put some tape in the hole so it didn't fall back. But yeah, so you'll need to get that, at least those two clips, to get this piece up high enough. Give me a second to move this. So you need to get that up to get this piece out from underneath of it. And then you can pull this back a good bit to access everything back here. I already had my light disconnected here. But yeah, so that's the loose AC duct right there. And this is how I picked it up from the dealership that fixed it. And I actually found, this is the clip. This was just dangling around in behind this panel here. But apparently this is Toyota's factory. Let me prop this open real quick so I can show you guys. So where was I? All right. So yeah, this is apparently Toyota's bright idea to have that go on there. And I'll show you in a minute. But even with it on there like it's supposed to be from the factory, it's just not. It doesn't seal very well at all. But so this moves around right here. You get all your air coming out there, blowing inside, as well as where it moves like this. All the air is coming out of this, around this whole seal all the way around, hitting your quarter panel out there, which is what's causing all of the condensation. So it's 100% a problem. It is not normal. It should not be doing that. This should be sealed. And I'll actually, I'll show you real quick how much airflow is coming out of this. Let me start the car here. And if you want to test, again, if you want to test this, especially if you want to see the condensation, you'll want to have your rear AC on, turn the climate, rear climate. All right, sorry about that, guys. My phone connected to the CarPlay here and shut the video down. But yeah, so you want to turn the rear on, go to your rear climate, make sure the fan speed's all the way up. And again, if you want the condensation to be shown, go ahead and turn it all the way on low. If you can hear that, it's blowing on my face right now. A lot of air. This is what's blowing around in your interior panel. And it's just as bad on the back side. Like I said, it just depends on where the duct is and which side it's blowing out. But yeah. So, and I'll actually show you, if I can get this on here real quick, I'll actually fix it, quote unquote, to how Toyota sent this out. So find this clip, it goes on there and then it kind of twists like this. You line it up, lock it in place like that. And so that is technically fixed. And if your dealership said they took this apart and that's how they fixed it, while it, it's not technically leaking that bad anymore, it's just, I personally feel that's a very bad design. It does not hold well at all. You can still see how much that moves, and even up and down. So it doesn't take much. And then this clip, literally, I mean, obviously I'm using my finger, but it doesn't take much to fall off. So I can imagine some bumps, or if the fan speed's on high and you're hitting any sort of bumps, that could easily come off. I don't even know where it went now, but there it is. So I'll show you again here real quick. And you want to make sure it's right side up. You can see mine says 585. And again, it goes. Push it on. Push this side down and this side up. And it kind of locks into place there. I guess as good as it could. But yeah, you can either, if you want to do that, or I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm probably going to leave this kind of taken apart, so I can have access to it and try to drive around for a while and see how well that clip actually holds. Maybe this is just something they're sending them out of the dealership, or you know, out of the factory, and they're just not clipped together right. But yeah, I'm gonna see how long that lasts. See if there's any issue with it popping off before I try anything else. I've seen someone use a screw, which could work too, or I think my last resort would be some sort of tape to kind of seal the whole thing up real good. But yeah, like I said, I would recommend everyone. Let me go ahead and turn the AC down so it's not so loud. But I would recommend that everyone check this. It doesn't matter what model. Whether you have a gas, hybrid max, XLE, limited, platinum, they're all the same, I believe. And I haven't seen any sort of indication that it's only on one particular, you know, model over the other. So I would highly recommend everyone check this, just to see if you have this problem, so we can, I think if we can get enough pushback and enough complaints, and enough people that actually do have this issue with Toyota, hopefully they can get something to fix this. Like I said, and the air kind of does seep out a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what their fix is gonna be. Hopefully it's something a little better than that. But I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys, try to help you guys out and show you how to get this stuff apart, because I know a lot of people have been wanting to do this themselves, or wanted to know how to check it. And if you wanted to get, like I said, I was going to attempt to take the whole panel off, but I kind of stopped at this point right here, because that's good enough to do most anything you need to do. But if you want to go any further, you'll have another cargo net clip there. It's the same thing. You just pull the clip and then pull the little plastic piece out from behind it and the bolt. And then you'll have this one goes up there, and you'll pop this tray out. It just has the clips. It just clips in, pop that out. And I did forget to mention, actually, because I had already removed these, so, but these little clips actually go right here to get this panel off right here. I forgot about that. So yeah, these clip in the top here, and then these ones go down through here. So you'll need to pull those off. And like I said, I just removed the clip so it didn't get lost. But yeah, so that's the issue with these. Hopefully this helps some of you guys out. We can get this hopefully fixed by Toyota.